Hi. So I'm a PhD researcher at Manchester and Lancaster, looking at developing approaches into citizen social science. So I've developed 3 case studies to look at how citizen social science works in practice and to kind of tease out some of the tensions and sort of issues with this. So one of my case studies is around the mass observation archive, which I'm taking as a kind of already existing example of citizen social science and exploring the issues with that. Another case study is this empty houses project, which I will talk about in more detail. And the last project that I'm doing is called Our Manchester, and it's a kind of more participatory project exploring the impact of migration on place in Moss Side in Manchester. So the Empty Houses project, you might have received an email asking if you'd observed any empty houses in your local area before coming to the event today. But the aim is to kind of mobilise citizens to send in their observations of any empty buildings or houses in their area. And I've asked people to send in the location, to try and sort of explain why they think it's empty, how long they think it might have been empty for, if they're able to say, and also whether or not they've reported this issue to the council already. And the project came about because I was cycling around Manchester and noticed quite a lot of empty houses, and I was also painfully aware of the housing crisis that we're finding ourselves in at the moment, and kind of wanted to do something. I felt like if I could do something with these observations, maybe something positive could come of it. It's worth stating that it's not a new idea. Pretty much every local authority in the country has a website where you can report empty houses. And there's also the Empty Houses Agency, which was set up to try and kind of coordinate efforts around issues of empty houses in the UK and how to bring them back into use. There's also government statistics that look at the issue of empty houses, and they're based on council tax payments. So there is some data that already exists about this, but it's it's kind of providing an incomplete picture, and it doesn't give a full sort of display of house usage in the UK. I'm exploring how citizen social science works in practice, so this is why I set it up. In terms of the challenges with it, one of the interesting challenges around the kind of consequences of collecting this data and how it can be used. So I've been very upfront in saying that I'm going to try and work with local authorities, with charities and with other organisations to try and use this information to help bring those empty houses back into use. However, it's obviously not that simple. The complexities of why houses are empty is a really big issue. And also there's the issue of what happens if this data falls into the wrong hands. So there's a kind of really big ethical issue there. Another issue is the fact that a lot of, I don't seem to be able to mobilise people to report, which is a kind of interesting issue. So I've done some kind of walking interviews with individuals who might have reported already to try and unpick what the issues might be. And some people have been saying that they feel like they might be kind of dobbing someone in, was the kind of expression that they used in reporting it, and because of the complexities of the housing situation they didn't really want to participate because they felt like it was, not their problem, or they didn't know what to do with it and how the data would be used. Another issue with it that I think is quite interesting is this idea of kind of getting something out of it, like what's in it for the participants to record their observations. Because it's a less participatory project, it's more crowdsourcing, it's just sending in their observations. There's not that much in it for the participants, and I think that becomes then an issue. It's easy to report, but there isn't the investment needed to take part in the same way as other participatory projects. And the sort of huge question, I think, is how is this social science? It's a kind of just recording of observations, and it's supposed to be kind of minimal effort, not a burden on people, but where's the kind of reflexivity in this, or where's the kind of, where's the social science? So, yeah.